Hey, good afternoon. So today I'm going to be answering some interview questions, and I guess I'm going to start with what questions do you need answered before you start designing an experience? To answer your question with a question, what problem or problems are we looking to solve, and who are we designing the experience for? Asking ourselves these questions will help ask other well-informed questions like what are our user needs? All those questions and thoughts will lead us to discovery and opportunities and answers to get a basic idea how we can best design for our user and for this whole experience. So I think that really is starting questions with questions, and then that's kind of going to end up leading us to the evidence of what we need to have the best toolkit available to make the best product for somebody. And then the next question is, did you design your flows with different start points? In other words, not just onboarding, sign up, forget, password, etc. I started Carl's user flow with downloading the app. My persona scenarios unfortunately didn't have any events where they were in the middle of using the app and had to switch over or something. But now that I'm thinking about it, it would have been interesting to have Megan at the vet with her two cats and had her cat Ben's profile up and then had to switch over to her other cat Iris's to make sure that she asked all the appropriate questions to the vet and made sure that she made her notes so she could refer to them later if she had any other questions. So I think that thinking about scenarios later on, that would be a really interesting thing to do. So I think that was a really good thought and made me think outside of the box as well. Can you describe a time when the requirements changed in the middle of a project and how you handled that? Well, yes, I can. I do a lot of freelance illustration, and I recently had a client that had hired me to do a t-shirt design for a nonprofit, and I was over a quarter, halfway done with the project, and it was down in crunch time where basically they were just needing me to compress the image and send it to them so they could send it off to their printer. But unfortunately, one of the girls that I was communicating with had gotten let go in the middle of us communicating over Christmas. So I had done probably 10 plus hours of work, and unfortunately, since she was no longer on the team, they had wanted to shift gears so this t-shirt design could be the best that it could look. And honestly, to me, I always want my clients to be as happy as they possibly can, and I pride myself on being flexible and understanding that sometimes life just happens and there's nothing you can do or control. So to me, it's like that piece wasn't what was meant to be for that client. So that's okay. I shelved it. I could use it for a portfolio or, to just show people what I have in my toolbox. And honestly, it ended up working out because the design I came up with is really beautiful and I actually liked it much better than what I'd been previously working on. So I think it's all about staying open and, never getting upset in the middle of something if things just need to be pivoted and you have to stay flexible. So what are the design tools in your tool belt, and in what situations do you use one tool or method over another? Do you sketch with paper and pen, and will you be ready to prototype something in Sketch and Vision? Having an illustration and fine arts background has allotted me a lot of different tools and methods over the years. Adobe is always the first thing that comes to mind when I think about programs. So Illustrator, a little bit of Photoshop, some InDesign, all that good stuff. But I truly kind of think that the tools in my toolkit are things like typeface, having an eye for color balance and color combinations, and making sure that everything's visually pleasing and balanced. Because when you have something that's not well placed, I don't think that people respond to it enough. And then I personally really love the old school mentality of using pen and paper to start things and to really be able to sketch out ideas. There's no limitations. You can do exactly what you want to do, and you don't have to think, oh, what is my computer going to let me, or is this program going to allow me to do what I'm thinking? It can all just come out quickly, and you can have all of your ideas rushed, not rushed, no matter what, and then you could still be taking notes on the side and whatever. I think that it's one of those things that it's better for creativity and just design in general when you could sketch things out. And I'm really excited to get into Sketch and kind of see how I can take all of the things I've learned thus far and put it into that program and see what I can come out with, because I know it's an industry standard. Thanks.